Oh, what? Yeah. Make it bounce. Love the way she break it down. Smoking loud, blow a cloud, Henny in me, blow it down. Money in my pocket, great this weekend, I can feel my face. Woke up feeling good today, you single, damn, I can't relate. I don't know your name, we just met last night. You can cut the rain, we both live a fast life. If we share some pain, don't expect me to remember. He gon' treat you good, but I'ma do you better. If you wanna leave, then say la vie. The K.I.D. got late our drinks. Still I be like B.I.C. If you finna fuck with me, wanna see I.D. They that cutie. Balenciaga's bad and bougie heels, making you look 5'9". Coochie bag all used to rock Prada. Gotta be real when I hit smash. I don't need words, I need lip throat. Puffin' on wax, I feel lit. High. I am so high like a blip float. How do you want it? How do you need it? I'm built for the moment when it gets heated. Know that you feed it. Started with cheese it, I cannot fail. Catch you like I'm Odell. Have you get wetter than whales? This who I be. I cannot be no one else. Never get bitter like L. Fun times in the sunshine. Spring breaks in the night. Dumb lies get you on top. Let me hush up and get right. Make it bounce. Love the way she break it down. Smoking loud, blow a cloud, Henny in me, blow it down. Money in my pocket, great this weekend, I can feel my face. Woke up feeling good today, you single, damn, I can't relate. I don't know your name, we just met last night. You can cut the rain, we both live a fast life. If we share some pain, don't expect me to remember. He gon' treat you good, but I'ma do you better. I'ma put it down, I'ma put it down. Let me put it down, warrior. I'ma put it down. I'ma put it down. I'ma put it down. Let me put it down, warrior. I'ma put it down. I'ma put it down. I'ma put it down. Let me put it down, warrior. I'ma put it down. I'ma put it down. I'ma put it down. Let me put it down, warrior. Yeah. Last night was lit.
Listen, thank you for tuning in. I want to give a very special thank you to my guest, Suella DeVille. Let her introduce herself a little bit and tell you guys how to find her on social media.
Yes, I am Suella DeVille, coming to you from Chicago, South Side. Hey. And that's where you insert the gunshots. No. By way of Teaneck, New Jersey, Shalom, because now I'm Jewish. Hey. You know what I'm saying?
that's over there.
Word. Drink kosher coffee. Yeah. Feel me? But please follow me on IG, Suella_DeVille. I am going to open my page back up. I had a lawsuit, so it was closed. My attorneys repeatedly kept telling me, close the page.
Well,
I'm
you
like,
didn't tell me that
I got big things.
We keep that motherfucking secret from each other.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'm an aspiring comedian. Shout out to the Jersey comedy family. Shout out to Monique Latisse. She is one of my mentors and actually how I'm here today. Hey, Monique. But, yeah, so I'm excited to be here. I'm sure I'll have a good perspective on some of these hot topics we're going to talk about.
Yeah, look, always hot on Girl Talk with Goddess. Just real quick, I want to give a shout out to John Wall. What's up, baby? He told me he was going to check in. He checked in. There's your shout out. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
There you go.
Yes. And like always, you guys know where you can find me on Facebook. I have my own Goddess page now, so you just type in GODDESS. You can follow me there. I'm on Instagram, Your Goddess. That's UR_GODDESS35 on Instagram. Shut up. You can also email me directly, any type of questions, any comments that you want, any show topics at growntalkwithgoddess@yahoo.com. So those are ways to get in contact with me. All right, so this week and I want y'all to know that it's not gonna always just be about sex with Goddess. We are gonna have some other types of conversations, but just today, the whole situation with Cardi B and Nicki has me doing a little fighting on Facebook with some of y'all. So I found this meme. I don't understand how Cardi B and Nicki both rap about beating bitches up, but Cardi gets called ghetto because she's actually about that life. I love Cardi. Yes.
Yes.
Yo, she should have stomped that bitch. Yo, listen.
Dragged her. Team Cardi.
Whether she was talking about her daughter or not, and from what I understand, Nicki only just liked the comment that somebody made about her daughter. But in my opinion, you like a comment, you're agreeing to what's being said about
For sure.
about the person. So she had all right. My thing is, when I showed my 14-year-old daughter this meme, shout out to Alicia, I love you, mama. When I showed her the meme, she says to me, Mom, Cardi don't do nothing but talk about her pussy and her body. She's right. I mean, besides the line you just hit me with from Cardi, from Nicki.
That was Nicki, yeah.
I really don't hear her doing too much of anything besides putting some type of liquid on niggas' sideburns and getting fucked by anacondas. But, you know, that's Nicki, so I'm glad Cardi was able to put her on her place, and I hope she sit down and shut up for a little while now.
All right, what was said and what was the comment?
Okay. So, Nicki, and this has been going on for like a week or so now.
Okay.
Nicki had a press conference shortly after her album release, and she made a gesture that Cardi B bought her way to the top. She pretty much, bought her way to where she is.
What Young Money did for her? Go ahead.
Right. Well, I'm sure. But listen.
No, absolutely.
Talking about her fake ass and anacondas and shit is what got Nicki to the top. So, what you mad at? Cardi responded on Instagram, letting her know, I didn't buy anybody. I got fans. People actually like me.
She do got some faithful fans.
Listen,
her following is deep.
Yeah.
Yes. I love Cardi. Shout out to Cardi.
Cardi.
But, she let her know, like, nah, man, these people actually like me. They like me. I didn't have to buy anybody. Then at the Video Music Awards, when Cardi went up to accept her Artist of the Year award, she made a speech again in reference to what Nicki said. So you could tell that she was very bothered.
Okay.
She was very bothered by the accusation that she was being paid, or she's paying people to play her music. And she called her a bitch at the end of her speech. Like, live
Cardi.
on TV.
That's Cardi.
That's Cardi 100%. And then, as of just recently, you have the rumors of Nicki talking about Cardi's baby, which she didn't indirectly come out and say anything, but she liked the comment that somebody else had said about that situation. So, my thing is, she confronted her. They had that confrontation. Whoever Nicki's best friend, that Ali girl, who jumped in during the brawl, I wish we could have got TMZ has the whole video of the fight, but it turns out, like, shortly before the fight had taken place, or the argument had taken place, Cardi had gone over to the table where Nicki was sitting with her other fake friends.
Crew.
With the fake ass and the fake titties. And they were all, like, Cardi had gone over to the table to approach her on some, like, respect type shit, like, just to address the rumors that she's been saying about her.
Right.
And supposedly Nicki told security, like, listen, I don't want her anywhere near me. So after that whole incident took place at the model, the festival?
Yeah, fashion week or fashion show that they had attended. It was an after party.
Nicki was obviously scared. She was definitely scared if she's telling security to make sure they kept Cardi away from her.
Well, one thing we know about Nicki, period, she talks a good talk, but she's not about that life. Remy already just shut her straight down. And Cardi, even though Remy did shut her down, Cardi really is about that life. So Nicki wants no sauce. She can sit up there and say whatever, but...
I see that now. Also, Nicki is from Queens. I heard Queens got some of the softest motherfuckers. I don't know.
Queens got some hard body dudes, but Queens has always been known for the females, because there's always a lot of females in Queens. That's where all the dudes went to bag some shorties at. You couldn't miss out there.
Really? Listen, the only time I had ever heard of Queens was in the movie Coming to America. The only time I had been to Queens was just recently when I hooked up with.
Yeah, right, yeah. The one you didn't know, right? Yeah. I'm not gonna go see him.
Queens is very confusing. Like the streets are confusing. So I try to stay out from there as much as I can.
Yeah, them avenues are fucking person up.
Yes. So, but
oh damn, she getting at her.
I'm happy, you know, that that Cardi stood up for herself regardless.
Word, because you know, when you have a child, you don't play with nobody's child.
But you know what? Listen, here's the thing. I was watching a bunch of comments that were going on Facebook today, and a lot of people was like, well, because Cardi has a child, she should slow down or calm down.
Well,
because I have a child, I'm going to defend that child, and I'm going to react the way, you know, see to fit, regardless of the situation, you know?
Exactly. And again, just the simple fact that Nicki liked that comment, like you taking a shot, but just scary as is not taking a direct shot.
Yeah, she had her back up in the corner. She was not leaving.
Yeah, I was looking at the video. We can't show it because everybody done claimed it up. We ain't trying to get this show right here flagged. But, I mean, I think here's what it is. Unfortunately, you have a lot of people that are in mainstream right now that talk about they are a part of that life, and then you actually run across certain people that are really about that life.
Right.
And for someone who doesn't, or you don't have the right people in your camp to take care of situations or issues like that, you run into stuff like this. But I think this is all orchestrated. I think Nicki is doing what she needs to do to make sure her name
stays relevant.
Yeah,
when her album just dropped.
I think I give you 6, 7, 8 months. No one's said Nicki name. It's been M.A., it's been Cardi, it's been a couple other young ladies. She was non-existent.
That's because Remy her ass up.
Remy bodied her.
Yeah.
Period.
And we also
Papoose wrote a good verse for her. What nobody say?
Remy pulled out a whole gun and shot a bitch.
Yeah, Papoose wrote a fire
we know shit
track.
about that life, so
yeah.
No disputing that at all.
What up, Mr. Craig Lloyd? I mean, I think it's just more lines of Cardi tried to get at her. I'm watching the thing here. Cardi was serious. She kicked the shoes off.
Threw his shoes.
She really trying to get at her.
With one shoe on, one shoe off.
Yeah. And I mean, again, Nicki, here's the thing people don't understand. Like, if you really want to know who Nicki Minaj is, look up Nicki Minaj and Stack Bundles.
Yeah.
Look up Nicki, like, before the fakeness, before the surgeries, you know what I mean, before this camera, she talking the way she talk now. It was totally different. I understand she had to reinvent herself, and it's worked out for her. She's worth some dollars now.
Yeah.
So from a business standpoint, I'm not hating on that.
Right.
But just more lines of what's different from her doing this compared to when, oh my gosh, Lil' Kim went at her. You had two young ladies who were out of their light, still trying to have their name kind of mentioned. Cardi's was popping right now.
Yeah.
And Cardi will tell you in a heartbeat, I ain't the most lyrical in the world.
Right.
But people are popping to my jump.
Cardi calls herself the queen of New York. And I tell you what, Nicki's getting a little up there in age, you know.
She's 100 in rap years. In rap years, she's 100.
Just like Lil' Kim got washed up too, you know, when the newbies came out and started doing their thing. And actually, wasn't it kind of Nicki that bumped Lil' Kim out of her?
I mean, here's the
well, okay, so I'm really into hip hop. So here's the thing. Kim gave Nicki the platform to be who she is, because Kim was the first one to do it with all that surgery and, you know, talking that talk, even though we do know.
Well, Kim is white now, but let's go.
Yeah.
She's Puerto Rican.
She's Filipino.
She's Puerto Rican now, something.
Oh,
she's
Filipino.
Filipino.
The whole nationality?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the look, the eyes,
she went
the
Venelagra to the 300th power. She went further than Mike went.
Oh.
Yeah, but the simple fact that, like, how are you gonna diss somebody or not, like, give the respect due to the person who you just reinvented yourself around? Like, you're the, like, second coming of Kim.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the reason why Cardi is so well loved is because, number one, we literally saw it happen before our eyes. Now, you could say, like, Love and Hip Hop gave that boost, whatever. But, like, even Mona Scott said on the Wendy Williams show, Cardi had a huge following before Love and Hip Hop. That's what made Mona seek after Cardi. She said, honestly, Cardi didn't even want to do it.
Yeah.
Now, you can tell she was on, they wanted Cardi to bring in that ratchet shit.
Yeah.
And even on TV, she was, other than slapping DJ Self's girl or going at it because she talked about her.
Right.
But other than that, Cardi wasn't on there to start shit.
Right.
She wasn't.
She'll handle her business, but she wasn't there to start. So you can tell that show wasn't about her. And that second season, they literally begged her.
Yeah.
They begged her to come back.
Right?
And so we saw it all happening from the jump. I mean, there's a lot of strippers who want to be rappers, but, like, she said in the beginning, because I even heard the interview that Cardi did, and she said, like, she told the story how she used to work at a grocery store, like her life used to be
parents.
real
She stole the bodega.
Yeah, and that she was only making like $300 a week, no matter how many hours she worked. And she was like, yo, she got to do something different, you know. But then, and then she said she started stripping, and she was like, when she saw the amount of money she could really make from stripping, she was like, and don't get me wrong, like, being a stripper is not fun. It's not cool. She was like, first of all, most bitches can't even walk in heels down the block, yet alone do the things they do in heels all night long. She was like, second of all, do you think I want some nasty, sweaty nigga with his hands all on me? She's like, that job is, like, disgusting. For real. She's like, I
put
don't
their fingers
like
in your crotch and
exactly.
shit.
Or people trying to just think you down to fuck. She's like, I'm not, but she had to do what she had to do. But the fact that she's relatable and relevant, Nicki is just like too far gone.
Yeah.
Cardi still, and I mean, I get it. It comes with being a celebrity. That's part of the celebrity status. But there are some who, no matter how successful they are, they don't take it there like Nicki. Like you said, all of a sudden now you got this British accent. You're like so classy. Like, come on, man.
From her standpoint, from a business standpoint, I feel it and I love it.
Right.
Because her changing her style or doing what she had to do catapult her into the status she is. She got clothes in Walmart. She's worth some serious dollars now. So from a standpoint,
everything.
Yeah. From a standpoint, yeah, it paid off. It did it. But right now it's unfortunately, this is what I hate about. I always tell people there's a difference between black people and niggas, and I hate nigga shit.
Right.
And this is some nigga shit because. This is why black people are always in the boat they're in, because once they're on that platform, they don't want another black person to get there with them.
But listen, Nicki's the one with the track record of having beef with people. Like, I've not heard of Cardi, beef with anybody, Young and May, like none of them, having any type of
serious beef.
Right, in the music. It's only just been Nicki.
Well, I mean, Cardi fans is serious. Like, that shit is scary how loyal her fans is. Her fans are loyal. Like, Cardi been out for like 20 years.
I know. I love her too. The same way.
All right, Nicki Minaj is worth $75 million. Bitch, go sit down somewhere.
Right.
You worth sit down somewhere. Right. And I think this is a lot of issues that a lot of artists run into in the industry where, okay, you did your time, you got your money. Where's your artist?
Right.
Who are you putting on?
Right. You should be putting another artist
Who are you bringing
on
up?
Yeah.
Exactly.
so you can sit back and collect the money and not have to worry about touring every spring or every summer to keep that money in. Just like Usher did with Justin Bieber. Akon did with Lady Gaga. They ain't got to do shit ever again.
Yeah.
Like, people like, oh, Shanti, she broke. No. Jennifer Lopez, second biggest hit of all times, was wrote by Shanti.
Yeah.
She ain't got a la 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 ever fucking again.
Right.
Right. Though I seen her in that picture with the.
But she should be ashamed of herself being on stage naked like that. You should be past shit like that. But at the end of the day, this is a business.
Right.
And I understand you gotta do what you gotta do to do business. I ain't hating, you make your money. But there's enough for everybody.
Right.
And unfortunately in our community, it's like, okay, I want to be the only one to do that. And that's why, they always say the Prince situation. I always say Prince stood on stage live during the awards and say, I'm looking at $1 billion in this fucking audience. Mm-hmm. And you're still letting these Jews control the way everything is done.
Yep.
When we got all the money and the power in the world in this audience right here
Exactly.
to take over.
Yeah, we need more Tyler Perrys.
Yeah.
You feel me? You saw what Tyler Perry just did with Homeboy from a different world. You see what I'm saying?
Like the Cosby Show.
I mean, the Cosby Show. Sorry, different world Cosby Show. But you know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Part in a.
All because somebody was mocking him, making fun of him because he wasn't working or like tried to diss him or whatever. And but one thing about Tyler Perry though, we do know he puts people on.
Yes.
People can say whatever they want to say about him. He puts people on. Yeah. And like when you're not, and like Oprah, like she puts people on. Yeah. Now I think she could put. Hold on. I think
she got one black person working for her.
I was getting ready to say. No, I was getting ready to say. I think she could do a better job putting more of our people on. But at the end of the day, she puts people on. Now, she's not putting our people on.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, people always want to believe that she's pro-black. She's not pro-black.
No,
she's pro-money.
She's pro-money.
She's pro-money.
Exactly.
And that's what, like, this is the same individual who gave everybody a car but made them pay their taxes on the car.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? From a business standpoint, yeah, I understand that. And that's why her and Tyler beef now. Yeah. They're not as cool as they used to be.
Of course not.
You know, Tyler, people was like, oh... And then once they started beating, all of a sudden people started trying to go at Tyler. Oh, he don't want to pay his writers. He don't want to do this, do that. If he feel he could do it himself, let him. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. Right.
Now, every time you see, he wrote it, he directed it.
He produced it,
and he acted in it. And you look at a lot of situations and look, he's made Atlanta the mecca of movies.
Yeah.
Black Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
It's Black Hollywood now. You have to go to L.A. to get a role for Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta's now the mecca. He started his own studio thing there now.
Production.
And I don't hate on him because he only writes roles for people in that area, from that area.
Right.
He ain't giving it to nobody up top, up north, nothing like that. So I understand what he's doing. This man went from living in his car to doing dressing up as Medea, even though I think Spike Lee going at him with Spike Lee being mad because it didn't work out for him like it worked out for Tyler.
Exactly.
But again, that's what I said. Us people, instead of him getting together, let's do something. You got your studio out there at ATL. Help me or give me the platform or show me your diagram so I could do a studio in New York.
Right. Word.
Yeah.
The only thing I've ever heard of any studio in New York is Robert De Niro's trying to put one out there in Staten Island.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, like black people in general, and I can even say this with me, with the whole comedy thing, right? So, this all like my whole startup of this aspiring comedy career I have. Two comedians suggested that basically I give it a try because they felt that I was funny, right? So a few of the sisters that I met at some comedy shows, you know, half of them standoffish, the other half mean as fuck. One of them I reached out to like, hey, sis, can you give me some advice? Like, but nope, you got to figure it out on your own. Okay, well, I understand that, like, you had it that way, but, like, I'm, like, coming to you completely correct. Right. Like, basically complimenting you, asking you, could you give me a few pointers and give me some ideas, and you just like, no, figure it out for yourself. I get it. I didn't ask you to write no jokes for me. I didn't ask you to put me on. I'm just saying, what advice do you have to give?
That's the thing.
And it's just like everybody's so fearful of the competition. Yeah. Like, is she gonna be?
Because at the end of the day, the way you say words is different than the way I say words.
Exactly.
The way you were brought up is way different than I was brought up. And I remember year before last, for my born day, I did a nice little small get together. I had some artists come out and perform for me. I had this comedian, and I reached out to this one black comedian. I ain't gonna say her name, but I'm like, listen, I have an event. I was giving your name. She came out with this outrageous fucking number, and she wanted me to cater her from New York to here, and it was crazy. The guy who actually did it, shout out to Doshi Vesey, was doing films with Adam Sandler at the time. He was the guy doing that Optimal commercial when they were doing the movers.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the guy who's...
The big guy.
No, the small, tight, skinny guy. He played and one dude could really ball. That's the sad thing about it. But he came doing pretty much did it for half of what she was talking about.
See?
And he has more status than her.
Right.
Came, did pretty much an hour when I only paid it for a half hour. Okay. Everybody had rolling, laughing, but it's like when it's dealing with the same complexion, we have that competitiveness to it that shouldn't be there. And instead of that person saying, "Oh, listen, well, this is the way I did it," this is what I'm telling you from my experience not to do.
Right.
And go at it from yourself. And just say, oh, nah, you got to learn yourself. Just pure.
You're like, I don't have no advice to give you. It's like, oh, okay, well.
Figure it out on your own.
Right. Like, okay.
Listen, we'd be so strong, black people, if we just all stuck together.
Well, I mean, say we're not.
It's the crab theory.
There's black people and there's niggas. And there's too many niggas out here. And there's very, very, very few black people.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Like I always tell people all the time, I would help anybody. I've given people equipment, platforms. I've done things for free just to help people explore and benefit their brand.
Yeah.
And I got fucked for it.
Yeah.
But it's not gonna stop who I am and what I do.
Exactly.
I just know I can't fuck with you like that no more.
And the crazy part about it is the way life goes, a person's life can change in a minute.
Absolutely.
One person can get access to get on. Now, I'm in a position to do something for you, but you wanted to play me when I was first seeking advice, and like, you just never know. So you always got to be kind. You should always be good to people. You should always try your best, because I'm the same way. I always try to put people on no matter what. No matter what.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's this situation here is gonna get it's gonna get more heated.
It is.
More lyrics and more bars is gonna come out.
It is. Did you
more.
hear Nicki also shout out Quavo, not Quavo, what's the one?
Offset, her husband?
Offset's side piece on social media.
Which one? He has so many.
You know what? It don't matter. Why are you shouting out?
I mean, here's the thing. If you're trying to cut, you cut. And that's why I tell people all the time. Like, you have some people that try to hit you below the waist, and this is what Nicki is trying to do. And it's crazy. The first thing you mentioned is Nicki just dropped something. That lets you know right there. It's okay. I want to see what she's doing. I'm gonna give her a couple of streams. I'm gonna go to Spotify. I'm gonna go to iTunes. I'm gonna listen to what she got to do. What's good, Prodigy?
Hey, Prodigy.
And I finally figured out who the freak Prodigy was.
I wasn't gonna tell you.
She used to work for me.
Yes,
you know
I wasn't gonna tell you.
What's good? Yeah, what's good?
Like, you know,
yeah, I just probably stabbed the shit out of me now. But you know, unfortunately, you know, publicity and money wise or whatever, I just say this: keep it to the lyrics, the bars. Nicki doesn't have any kids, so she doesn't know what it's like to have someone go after something that you carried for 9 months, that you actually squeezed through. So there's a different experience that Nicki doesn't understand. Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, she has other people in her ear. Cardi #1 right now, you gotta go at it. But she didn't go at Cardi lyrically. She went at it like below the belt type shit.
On some sucker shit too,
yeah,
not even directly. And again, Nicki, why you didn't step to Remy? And that just goes to the point that
Remy just did 9 years. So
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. She definitely thinks she can say what she want to say about Remy. You know, Nicki, she, you know, travels lightly with that. But she's gonna come at Cardi not only because she's #1, but because she thinks Cardi's like below her. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true. Well, I mean, she thought Remy was below her too, but like just to say like, she don't remember like Remy did 9 years for shooting somebody that she knew.
Right.
Like what? Right. What you think this bitch gonna do? And she don't know you like that or like you like that. So I mean, obviously this feud something. It's gonna get worse. Cardi's that chick, man. This is the same chick who got flagged for talking about the Puerto Rican bath showers. And it's crazy because that's what they do, though. They do take showers in the sink like that.
Do. Yes,
and they got mad at her for that.
I was with a Puerto Rican for many
right,
years.
and then you got people who got mad because this comedian put together the Coretta Scott King and had Cardi pay Coretta Scott King had another. It was on a funny level.
Right.
Had another woman play Malcolm X's wife and a couple other, and people got mad at that. Like, it's fucking comedy. It's a joke. Yeah. It's meant to make you laugh.
Right.
Like you be amazed what a smile will do to a person's fucking day.
All right. Well.
All right. So what you got next for us, young lady?
Okay. So.
What we gonna start with?
I want to go to the discussion post that I had for the week about being upset if whether or not, or you'd be offended if it was brought up to you that you're not doing things right. Would you get upset or be offended if your significant other gives you advice on how to please them in bed because they feel their sexual needs are not being met? got a bunch of comments on Facebook on this one.
Let's go ahead and
I never ever give my opinion on Facebook, or I try not to. I try to leave it for the show.
Right.
You know, but my personal opinion on this situation is I wouldn't be upset. And it doesn't matter how long I'm with the person. If I'm with them 10 years or if I'm with them 4 months. If you're not being pleased sexually, in the back of my mind, I have to think if I'm not doing it, then somebody else will.
Well, exactly.
So therefore, communication, regardless of, you know, the length of time you've been with the person, or
even if it's 4 minutes into it, I'm just saying. I'm just
like,
saying.
Whoa. No.
Like, stop. Real talk.
You're
because
fucking bullshitting right now.
Yes.
Word. I mean, if you really like someone or whatever they're doing for you, of course. I mean, why would you be offended? Like, get out your feelings. And that's the problem with people, too. They always in their fifis instead of just listening. Yeah. People don't listen. If I don't like this, don't do this.
Exactly.
If I do like this and you're not doing it, do it. Like,
I will say this, though. When I was a little bit younger, I was dealing with the father of my 3 children, and he used to do things that I did not like, and I did not communicate those things with him. And then once it came to an end, I blew up, and everything started coming out, and I never liked the way he made my pussy. I always faked it. I never molded and rolled, and it was real. You know, and that hurt him. And it was sad to see that hurt in his face.
Hold on, how you gonna talk about it was sad while you was giving him the business?
Right, I'm thinking, right. You go in.
And this is why I think this is the ultimate compliment here. And what unfortunately people fail to realize, especially in a relationship, it's all about communication.
Yes.
It's all about communication. You have someone that's coming to you. They're not stepping out. They're not doing all this other crazy shit. They're stepping to you, explaining to you what needs to change or what needs to be done for you to satisfy. They're not telling you can't satisfy them.
Right.
They're just telling you there are things that need to be adjusted for me to be as satisfied as you are. That's the ultimate compliment. Word ain't, because if you can't satisfy a motherfucker, they out. They ain't had no fucking conversation with you.
Before, back in the day, I used to sit and put up with getting my face all bit up and shit. You know, like he used to like to, when we were fucking, just bite my face. I
ain't never had no shit like that.
I'm like, wait, what?
He used to bite the shit out of my face, like my bone, right? Like if he was on top. I used to hate that shit for more than one reason. Number one.
Well, Michelle goes on to say, she says, some men think they have game and that's all they have.
Hey,
I mean,
Michelle.
that's all they need is game. No, true. I always say, unfortunately, every person thinks that, well, men, they think what they got between their legs is the greatest thing, gift to women. And women, vice versa, think the titties and ass. And I always thought it was the funniest shit to me. One was like, yo, I got that good pussy. All right, explain to me what's good pussy. Like, what's good pussy? Explain to me.
Listen, as vain and as honest as I am, I'm humble when it comes down to my vagina. I know it's good because I got niggas calling me from 10 years ago for it. But that's besides the point.
No, I know it's good because niggas keep telling me that.
Yeah.
And everybody can't be lying.
I can't get rid of none of these.
Everybody cannot be lying.
So that's how
like, raise your hand, nigga. I got that good shit.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I mean, I feel you. But, like, I always say this, you know, you have someone in this situation here and they're telling you, all right, I don't like this. Or the way you do this can be done a little different. Not everyone's willing to do every position or everything underneath the sun.
Right.
And that's what you have to understand. And the communication, again, I think is plus. For those individuals who, you know what, I may, like, Goddess, you're not fond of a guy going down on you.
Right.
So why would you date a guy who loves to go down?
Or one of that's all he
hold
talks
on.
about.
That's not. Is that just an example, or is that?
No, I'm just saying, like, from a standpoint, it's just more lines.
I was like, yeah, this is getting
Well, I
weird.
mean, she said, you know, it's not her cup of tea.
Just an example. No, not me. I don't like giving head. Now look,
That's not what you said a couple of episodes ago.
I
A couple episodes
I
ago.
don't like getting my pussy in.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll call a motherfucker just to come eat my pussy and not give him no goddamn.
Let me take a swig, because that's not what you said 2 weeks ago.
Okay, I gotta reiterate this. Maybe I was a little.
Pull it up.
Was it that weekend that I was telling you that I was dizzy and stuff? And
It might have been that fucking weekend.
Let me reiterate this, y'all.
All right, so you love a man go down, you just don't love to give.
Right.
Okay, so yeah,
Right,
then
yeah.
all right, so you wouldn't date a guy who wants head at the drop of a hat.
Right. Hell, well, I've been with him and I've had.
Right, but I'm saying it doesn't make you feel truly wanted. It's like you're not really into that relationship or that situation because at the back of your mind, you're coming from work, you're coming from the grocery store, the only thing going through your mind is this nigga want to put his dick in my mouth.
I gotta go home and suck his dick.
I know we had this conversation and I was saying that it was the other way around because remember I was telling you that I was with one guy 10 years and could never make him come, so it made me give up. You know, he it was one of them things where he used to
John says you don't like giving a skull, he about to log off. I'm just playing. I just
Listen, John. When you're with somebody for 10 years and you cannot make them come by giving them oral sex, after a while you get fucking tired, especially if every other nigga busted all in my mouth, no problem. So
yeah, I'm not gonna try for 10 years. I'm not gonna put 10 years on for that. Go on to the next one.
That's what you call determination. Nigga, you gonna come.
Right.
Somehow.
Yeah, but after year one, it's a wrap. Nigga, throw that nigga in the garbage. I'm done.
So I got kids with him. I ain't never make him come sucking his dick. But we got kids together. So after a while, I got tired of sucking his dick. I'm not doing it no more.
Right.
Man, John said he dry. Don't worry about that.
There's nothing to reach at the end of the rainbow. That's like climbing a mountain you know you're never gonna get to the top to.
Okay.
I ain't with it.
Yeah.
But I personally love having my pussy licked. And I'd have a nigga come over just to do that without any
Okay.
As long as they doing it the right way. Because we do know some niggas' mouths are trash too. Or these niggas just don't know what they're doing.
I ain't never heard that shit before.
Niggas' mouth is trash. Yeah, nigga.
All you need to
Trash
do is
ass
this. When
mouth.
it comes down when it comes down to this, don't be fucking us with no fucking tongue in our vagina. Just stick to the clitoris and you will have satisfaction from me.
I mean, I want them to put their tongue in my vagina too.
Oh, see, I'm not with all that. Your tongue.
Not fucking me, but just, you know.
Like some type of. I
Yeah,
say
you can
this.
put-
My ultimate thing is, I don't think any finger belongs in a vagina. That's just me.
I agree with that.
I think a nigga putting his fingers in the chicks, to me, that's disgusting.
I hate it.
It's just
I hate
me.
it.
I think you should be able to work the skills. I always say, if you want to eat a chick out right, you put her ass in the doggy style position, and you eat it from the back. She gonna get up, she gonna clean, she gonna cook, she gonna behind your motherfucking shirts. She gonna do all.
She gonna pay a bill.
She gonna do all that shit.
Well, I'm gonna tell you
Michelle
the
says,
problem.
sadly, no man or woman is perfect. No matter what. And that's true, and
That's
that
true.
goes by what Goddess was saying as far as the conversation here.
Right.
I always tell dudes all the time, and I've talked to Common. I know chicks who's like, that nigga got big dick, but it's just trash. Like, just listen to me say, like, you gotta have emotion. You gotta have a groove. You gotta have all that together. The right positions, the right this. You know, there's foreplay. You gotta get it where you ain't just try to jam it in there.
Right.
There's a lot to it.
Yo, listen.
The energy got to be right. The energy between you and that person. And I don't care because I'm talking about it could be a person you just meet and
What's
fuck
good,
that
D
night.
Holla?
Hi.
It could be somebody you meet and fuck that night. But your
Yeah.
energy's right. That's why y'all got to that point that night.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Alcohol is a wonderful thing.
It is. It is. But still, y'all
Like,
know.
damn, the way that strobe light is hitting that motherfucker right there. Woo!
It's been so long. On the comments on Facebook, Katiana Reed, thank you, Mama. I love you so much. She says, not at all. Everyone thinks differently, although I personally think that finding out on my own is the fun part. When it comes down to communication.
But she done been through a lot of men. I just want to say that.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious.
Like, wait a minute. Whoa, what?
You don't want to find out on your own that you don't know how to give head or that nigga need a
How you gonna
girl
find
to
out?
ride.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all right, here's the thing. Pride is, though, one of the worst things in this world. You have some people who are scared to be embarrassed. And it's just more lines of, if I, like, work me, bitch. Like, let me know what the fuck I'm doing wrong. I need to make this right. And we're talking about relationships here. Not someone you're just fucking. Because if I'm in a relationship with this person and I'm loving this person, I care about this person, I want this person to put me in the right possibility situation to please them on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And I mean regular basis, because I tell people all the time, I don't give a fuck how many times you have sex. Not everybody gonna bust a nut, not everybody gonna come.
Exactly.
But you're supposed to.
Not really.
You're supposed to, but sometimes
it depends on the situation.
Not, yeah.
They got sometimes I zone out so bad, I tell Michelle, listen, this ain't gonna happen. Just go ahead and get yours off. Let me know when you had enough.
Yo,
but I ain't nothing.
I would never fuck you again if we fucked and you ain't bust no damn nut.
It's different for no, because like see, you understand from a man's standpoint. Women, you have a moist hole and it just gets penetrated. For a guy, we have to keep this shit rock hard. We have to keep this standing at attention to make sure that we can get penetration, hit those walls, hit those curves, hit the back of that shit, whatever we need to do. So we got to zone out. No, we thinking about Scooby-Doo. We thinking about shooting dice and shit. You know, different things go through our mind.
This is new.
If we're thinking about how good this shit, if we're thinking about how good this shit is,
that's when you
get that 2-minute nut. The nigga looking like, what fucking had happened?
I'm much trying to get a 2-minute nut and you not nut at all, because if you don't nut at all, I feel like I'm not doing my job.
Well, nah. I'm just saying, that's why I said the regular basis.
Okay. All right. Carrie Blount also replied to this comment. She said not at all. She agrees. And Evans says she would be hurt because you're always thinking that you're pleasing the person.
See, that's the problem. Why would you, like, you want to be absolutely sure? Like, one night stands, you give a fuck. You bust a nut, you didn't, I don't give a fuck, I got mine.
Yeah.
I'm good. But I'm talking about this is a relationship, which means every relationship we step into should be, this is the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. Right. If you're with someone and you can't say that, then that's not a fucking relationship. You're dealing with someone for a certain period of time.
Yeah.
But when you're in a relationship, I want this person to be able to please me properly.
Well, I mean, I feel like if you're in a committed relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, if you're not communicating about what's working for you sexually and what's not, then there's a lot of other things you're not communicating about as well. That just shows signs that there is like a lack of communication. Right? Now, if it comes to and there are relationships, not committed relationships, but if you are dealing with somebody or you hitting them or y'all jump off, that's your jump off or whatever, I call them fuckables. It's still a relationship. It's still a relationship. It's a situationship. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
It's a fuckable relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's still some kind of ship attached to that. So while y'all not communicating about bills and other things, the one thing you guys are doing together, you need to communicate about that. And it should be even easier because this is not somebody you're dealing with all day, every day.
Right.
That you coming home to or they're there with your ups, your downs, your highs, your lows. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel, and I think that also comes with age too. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Who's not telling the truth, Craig? Let us know. Craig says somebody's lying. We don't know who's lying.
Who's lying?
Yeah, that's what I said. We want to know.
Who's lying?
Yeah, let us know. I remember, like, when they hear what we're saying, it's like a 5-10 second delay.
Right, yeah.
So we'll continue with our conversation, and they'll be commenting. So just let us know who's. But no, I mean, I think this is a wonderful thing. Unfortunately, if you can't be your true self with the person you're dealing with, who can you be true with?
Right.
Not everybody putting it down. Not every dude can eat pussy or eat ass the best way. Not every nigga's stroke is as good as he thinks it is.
And not every nigga's dick is the size he thinks it is either. And females, stop lying to these niggas, B.
Well, no, I will say this. If a chick fucking with a nigga and she got that nigga thinking his shit is the biggest dick in the world and he's doing everything he need to do, then that's good for them. Now, like I said, if it's just one of those drop-off niggas and you just bigging this nigga head up because you're getting a couple of dollars, that's different. Because they gonna get that nigga feelings hurt when he fuck with the next bitch.
Yeah. Right. And I done hurt some niggas' feelings. I'm here to tell you.
For real.
Nigga be putting in work, like, sweating and shit, like, did you put it in yet, nigga?
Like I'm telling you right now. I gotta tell y'all this story. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna tell it so quick. So when I was in college, it was this basketball player, super tall guy, really cute. You know, he forever had bitches fighting over him. You know, the whole 9 yards. Fast forward to after I get divorced, I moved back home for like 3 years. He comes back to Chicago too. We link it. I'm thinking this shit is about to be it. Like this about to. And like you said, when you were talking about fingers should not go in a vagina, okay, so if I could feel your fingers and not your dick, something's wrong. To the point where you put it in, I'm seeing you like bump up against me and I'm not feeling shit. I'm like, stop. I'm like, cut the light on. Because I need to know what's going on right now. Like, seriously, that shit, like, fucked my whole head up.
I don't know if I would have stopped it.
No, it was like nothing was happening anyway. What was I stopping?
I've been with some small...
This was like infantile. Like, this is a disability. This is a disability. He need a check. He need a check. And I'm sorry they had him gassed up, but I had to really, like, hurt that nigga's feelings. And now I'm not even coming out on no disrespectful shit, but like I said, that nigga needs a disability check, because something is just...
Wait, you said a disability check?
Yeah. Something's wrong.
But there is a disability for, like, certain heights. If you're under a certain height, it's a disability.
Really?
Like, if you're like, I think it's 4'1", under 4'1".
Yeah, or like a dwarf or something like that, yeah.
I heard left-handed people, too. That's considered a handicap that you can get disability for.
You can get a grant. You ain't get no disability.
Yeah, you're getting a disability check from the government.
You get a grant, like if you're trying to apply for college or something like that.
Yeah, they have scholarships for just random weird things, like being a left-handed person.
You know how to work the system? Yeah. You get it for working the system.
Google that. Scholarships for left-handed children. But yeah, no, real talk. So I had to be the one to hurt his feelings because... And I'm not good at being fake. So that's the other thing. Like, I'm not an aspiring actress. I'm not going to be in bed, like, making noises for some shit I'm really not feeling. Like, a nigga
it was like,
know.
this nigga about to get paid from the NBA.
And it's not just the size. It's not.
That's what I was about to... Okay.
But, I mean, penetration...
You got to feel something.
You have to feel something.
Did y'all at least have oral before?
Clearly no, because if I would have sucked his dick at first, I would have known it was nothing to suck.
I suggest we give oral before from now on.
I'm like this. When I meet niggas now, I'm like, hi, how you doing? Come here, let me feel your dick. Pull your pants down. Let's cut to the chase, because my time is valuable. Like, I need to know. I need to know. And I mean, I'm telling you, I've been with some smaller dudes who could really still figure out a way to, like, hit it, make it good, whatever. Again, it doesn't have to be King Kong. That doesn't. But this infantile shit has got to stop.
How tall was he?
He was like 6'3". He was the basketball star. That's why I was just like totally confused. Like,
height don't mean shit.
These bitches was really word. It does not.
Well, that's what I said. You look at it from a certain standpoint. You have some individuals that know, this is a basketball star. We think this person is going to be big. They're gonna make it. I need to, You have people that stay with people just for money.
Yeah, they was in love with the fame of it all with him.
The fame of
like,
it.
Yeah,
I'll
it was
toy
the
it
fame.
for the rest of my life, but I want to be a part of that.
I think my 7-year-old son's dick is bigger than his right now, and I mean that with every heart. Like, it was to the point I couldn't even look at this nigga no more. Like, I don't even like him. Even when he likes my pictures on Instagram, I get irritated. Like, nigga, like so irritating.
That's
like,
so sad.
It is.
That's so sad.
And the crazy part about it is he's a good dude. Like, he's that nigga, but you gotta be.
Prodigy said you funny as hell, Sushi. It's like she needs your info.
Okay, girl, let's get the show popping.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but nah, I mean, this is a wonderful thing. If anyone ever approaches you and tells you that, listen, we need to talk, or listen, they're not telling you can't put it down, but they're saying there are certain things that you're doing that isn't satisfying them as much as you think they are. Like, it was one chick back in the days who was like trying to swallow my balls. She wasn't sucking, she was trying to swallow them.
Lord.
And for a long period of time, I didn't want any chick after that to touch my balls because she didn't fuck my head up so bad because of it. Everyone does things differently. And obviously I didn't communicate with this young lady that the way she was trying to swallow my balls wasn't exciting to me. It was actually very fucking painful. So, yeah. So
Yeah.
That's why I say the communication. All right, listen. Maybe this position is a little too much or not enough. We need to switch here. We need to do this. I need you to take more time to get me wet, nigga. You just trying to jam this shit in.
Right.
And you give me carpet burn in my motherfucking crotch area.
Starting forest fires and
Yeah. On to the next topic. So you guys might remember 2 weeks ago when we did the last Grown Talk with Goddess, we talked about the benefits of swallowing semen. And there were a bunch of them, to give it oral sex and actually complete it. And so we looked into consuming intimate fluids that makes you immune to cancer and other diseases. And
I tell you, man, my shit killed cancer, bitch.
Yeah. we found some benefits in eating pussy and taking in that vaginal fluid. It's rich in vitamins C1, C2, C4, B and C, and it also contains sodium and other large amounts of protein. So those are supposed to be good factors that preventing cancer.
I'm saying every chick right now, then hit the local shirt person up. I need you to say my pussy juices cure cancer, bitch.
Yes, listen.
I got that vitamin C, C+, C1, C2, C4. I'm just gonna get a shirt with these symbols on it and shit, nigga. Like C1, C2, C4, VC, my nigga. Gang, we gang. You heard?
Other benefits, it improves your skin and it eliminates acne. It helps prevent cancers.
Oh, Spanish niggas everywhere is running, cause you know.
Specifically the prostate cancer. It helps you avoid constipation and it improves your kidney.
Hold on. That shit helps you avoid constipation.
Yes, it does.
Fuck prune juice.
Yes, it's some pussy.
They like, boo, I'm a little backed up. Bring that shit over here. My shit a little regular. I ain't go to the bathroom in a couple of days.
Yeah, so that full article is actually on my Facebook page. If you want to read it for yourself and see some of the full benefits of it. You know, I didn't know that there were that many benefits in it. And
repost that shit, y'all. Repost it. Let's get this shit. I'm about to start I'm about to start a clothing line on this.
I said with my 2-week episode, if motherfuckers wasn't out getting their dick sucked, that there was a problem. Now, ladies, if you're not getting your pussy eaten tonight, after, now knowing some of these benefits that you can now introduce to the fella in your life, you're not just wasting your time, man. Help save him.
Jesus.
Do it for health. Help save him.
I'm dead ass. Some chick you better put that shit on a shirt tonight.
I'm putting that shit on a shirt. I'm telling you. My folks gonna be like, oh, what's that? What does that mean? I'm like, I'm gonna show you.
Yes.
I can show you better than I can tell you.
Yes.
Trust me. Let's go.
Do it for health. Help save him.
I'm trying to save your life, nigga.
Word.
You said cancer running your family?
I got it.
Yeah.
I got you. I got that antidote. Yeah. Don't you open up that window.
Absolutely. When it comes down to that, definitely make sure, fellas, you're getting your fair share of that pussy juice because it is good for you.
Now, what was the benefits of the semen?
Same thing.
It's the same benefits.
Similarity.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of similarities.
It helps cure with the cancer. It was good for we gave examples for a pregnant woman. It's a lot easier and better for her to have.
D Holler said, rub it on your skin in Biggie voice.
Yeah.
Get a whole facial.
Y'all want to give us facials, and we did.
That's what I said. Like, especially it helps hair grow too. You try to grow that, take them juices, fellas.
I heard that. Hey, listen, I'm not gonna say no names, but there was a guy that for many years appeared to be a virgin. He just got married not too long ago, and he's been involved with his wife now for a couple of years. He ain't never have a piece of hair on his face, and we were grown.
About Russell Wilson or somebody else?
No, this is somebody else.
Okay.
I want to see
nigga called him out.
Oh yeah, Russell Wilson too, though.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's the same shit. He could be eating that pussy, but they do say that eating pussy does give men hair in their chest. It makes their voices deeper.
I ain't never get no hair on my chest, but the face did fill up quick.
Did it? Look, see?
Is that why there's so many beards running around this?
There you go. Niggas is eating.
What? Niggas shit connected and shit?
Box. Eating box. Y'all crazy.
I got that C4 box, nigga. That's my shit gonna say. The box. C1, C2. I'm telling you. Clothing line coming soon.
Sodium?
Shit.
Full of proteins?
Baking soda. I got baking soda.
Good morning, man. I tell you.
Oh, shit.
So make sure you check out my Facebook page for...
Check out mine, too. We gonna share this shit. It's going viral.
Truth shared it. It's on his page, too.
Absolutely. You don't talk about eating pussy. I got
it was definitely a good topic. Good topic. And something that... we had a lot of fun talking about. So I had another basic question.
Sure.
Is masturbation right after sex an epic fail? I had a couple of different comments on this.
Yeah, I see Sue's face. She's thinking real hard about it. I will say this. If it's one of those times, again, where, like I talked about, like if a guy didn't get his concentration on right, Cause like sometimes y'all women got y'all shits be so like wet and moist and tight and shit. Nigga gotta really focus properly. So if a motherfucker didn't focus properly prior and he get that in, I don't mind you doing it because I left you hanging. I left you hanging, boo. Go ahead. Let me eat it out until or something.
Shit.
But like if you put in work and she still like that, that's not the shorty for you, homie.
Word.
Or young ladies, that's not the dude for you.
Javier Salgado said that's like eating your wife's food but throwing it out to order. He said,
like that.
Epic fail.
I like that.
Epic fail on a man's part if a shorty has to masturbate directly after sex. Nigga, you need prayer and a bigger dick or something.
Word, I like you.
I like that
Javier.
shit.
Yeah,
Javier, I like your ass.
Sue, give your Facebook information.
Yeah, Javier, Suella _DeVille. DM me, Javier. Let's talk.
Yeah. That's what Javier said. Anna Evans, she said, no, if a guy or girl don't get you off, but your partner should know and hopefully care that you didn't use the toys and fingers, etc., feel better. Here's my thing. I think it's different for a man and a woman. Like you gave your example earlier. If I'm with a guy and right after sex I need to pull out my Hitachi hand wand, it's because I didn't get my nut off. I'm gonna have Hitachi hand wand on the show next week. Okay. That's a bondage tool. I like that one. I'm gonna have it next week.
Okay, I'm in the building with my C1, C2, C4.
C3. But if I gotta pull that out after sex, then it's an epic fail.
It is.
But then I also think about how many years and years and years and years I went with having sex and not having an actual orgasm. I didn't have my first orgasm until I was in my 30s. I'm only 37. You know, like I've been with a lot of men and they were never able to.
Because I've been with a lot of men.
Oh yeah, I've been with a lot of men, and none of
that body count.
Listen, I got the bodies. They weren't, you know, some of them weren't able to make me come. You know, so therefore, and I always thought it was an issue with me. Remember, I'm the one who said that it took a nigga 45 minutes to eat my pussy and I succeed. You know, I don't know where you got, I don't like
but
it.
I think that sometimes might be, now that you're saying that, so my cousin, she said the same thing, right? She said no matter like who she has sex with, she never comes. And she's like, I'm thinking maybe it's something like medically wrong with me. And it could be.
I thought so for a long time. My doctor's the one who suggested that I went out and tried a toy.
I say this. I think you fight yourself, your cousin too. You kill yourself before you step into it. And I understand, people understand your mental is the strongest shit on your body.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I tell from a dude standpoint, if your dick look bigger to you than it did before, it's your mental.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times you'd be amazed. Remember, we only use a small percentage of our minds, our brains.
Right.
So imagine if you could tap into it. Like if you, back in the days when you were young, you thought you saw something run across the door, so you think somebody in there, so your mind keep fucking with you. What you create. So for your cousin and other individuals, you already walked into a situation, I ain't gonna come, so you not. I'd say if you go ahead and you get your nice little drink on, you get your nice little smoke on, you take all that shit out your mind, you get a person that's skilled, she gonna bust the ultimate nut. But when you walk into a situation already thinking you failed or thinking you're gonna fail or you're not going to do this, it's gonna happen.
So you mean to tell me that after 10 years of trying to suck the same dick and I'm not ever getting cum out of it, that I should think differently and maybe
I told you last week, it's different. Like it's very hard. Like I'm 44 and my body count is yours plus yours plus yours plus yours and some of Sue's. So what I'm saying,
whoa,
you know what I mean? My body count like is serious, and through my entire lifetime, 2 or 3 times I've ever come with a girl on top.
Yeah, you were saying that.
It's very hard for me to come with a girl on top. I don't care what skills you got, how tight, how wet, it's just me. Okay. It's not gonna happen. So I was saying for that situation, it's just that individual. So what you should have did for that dude, you should have gave him a rusty trombone. That nigga would have been nutting everywhere.
Yes.
That nigga would have nutted on the motherfucking windows, the couch, the floor. It'd been Windex all up and down that motherfucker.
You know what? You're the best. Erica Monique Williams. Hey, boo.
What up, E?
She said, usually if it's right after sex, and another round ain't happening instead, then something probably wasn't right. As I may have wanted, but sometimes I just keep in mind of myself at the moment if he needs a minute.
All right, here's the thing, this that kills me, the minute shit. I ran into a chick. I didn't have sex with her, but her concept on it was the greatest shit I've ever seen. She said, my job is to get up and get it down and get it back up and get it down again. It kills me when women be like, he need a minute. Fuck a minute. Jump on that nigga shit. Get that nigga shit up again for you to get your nut. I'm not trying to hear that you waiting for him to get it up again. No. Get it up again for him.
Well, that's facts, though. No, because when you think about it, think about certain people you have sex with, right? And I know. Like, I'm just saying. Like, if certain people you have sex with, okay, as soon as whoever, like, if he comes, he busts, whatever, and then you right back at it again. Like, you know, you fuck somebody like 3-4 times back to back in a night. So,
yo, I was with this one guy, and this is the most freakiest shit. And he's been trying to get up with me since, and I'd be like, hell no, because I ain't never seen no shit like this before. He would nut, put it back in, nut, put it back in, nut. Yo, he had to bust like 7-8 nuts, like within an hour. I'm like, yo, get your fucking ass out of here.
Well, after the third or fourth one, he could have stayed back in because there's nothing but the feeling. There's nothing actually coming out.
No, it was stuff coming out. I seen it.
Oh, yeah, wow. All right, well, that nigga ain't had ass in a long time. Well, I mean, you just...
gotta be what it is.
Nah. You do have some people, just like there are some people who sperm swim stronger than others.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
right.
You know, and that's what I say. You'll run into so many different type of people to where, if for his mental, he feeling it. He into it. That shit got the right feel. It got the right wetness. It got the right tightness. This nigga just want to keep busting your ass.
Yeah.
You run across pussy like that from time to time.
Good. You can take that and go. I ain't never hit him up after that time. He sent the
That's
text.
the nigga you supposed to be calling.
You can DM me. What's his name? No, I'm just kidding. Where you at?
Over there by you. You might. Here in your town. I'll let you know.
I might have already smashed him. No, I'm just kidding.
But again, as I said, it's different situations.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But like I always say, just like from a guy's standpoint, yo, she mad, dry. You ain't doing your job to get her wet.
Exactly.
Like niggas think just, you know, you pull it down, she supposed to be right. She see your dick, nigga. Her shit's supposed to be splashed. No, nigga.
It doesn't work.
You
that
got
way.
a dick just like the last nigga dick she saw. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to find out about this individual. And that's why I tell you, I don't give a one night stand. I need to make you think that this nigga did his job.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I did the best job in the world, but that nigga did his job. So I don't give a fuck if she needs. Foreplay is the most important thing in sex, fellas.
It is. Yo.
It's the most nipple, brush, back of the calf, back of the leg, ear,
Men don't
nibble,
understand this shit, though.
ass slap, talking shit. Cause some chicks like this one chick was I'd never fucked her up again. Again, like you really had to talk shit to this chick, like, and that just it was her. You know what I mean? So you gotta get something that matches you.
Yeah.
Talk shit like what? What does she want? What does she want? I just want to understand. What does she? I asked those questions. I wanted to know. Like, what does she want you to
She
say?
wanted like she was like one. You could tell like she was fucked with as a child. Because those are those individuals that love abuse.
Yeah.
Ones that were fucked with as a child was loved as
like that bondage shit.
Well, not like
No,
I just
think-
I'm talking about like some bondage. No, I'm talking about some disrespectful shit.
Like,
Okay.
Those are the people that were fucked with as kids, and in order to reach certain climaxes, they had to bring that disrespect back.
yeah.
Thanks, John. John just texted me. He's loving this show.
And now, John, she just blew it up because you had a personal number, nigga, to hit that.
No.
Now I want to hear that shit, nigga.
We're
Yeah.
on Facebook. We're on Facebook.
She said, thanks, John.
Right, John.
Yeah, he messaged me and said he loves
Yeah,
the show.
right.
Thank you, John. Listen,
He
throw it up on
messaged.
your page. Promote it.
Yeah, he
Promote
messaged.
my host here. Listen, she's going to have her show coming out soon. So you want to
Coming
make sure,
soon.
you know, you get love for the both of us. But definitely, when it comes down to that masturbation right after sex, I think if the nigga don't make me come, and I've had a lot of them, I've gotten spoiled with it for many years. I did not have an orgasm, so now that I know what it's like to have one, I feel like I need to. And if you don't, just like Dante said, Dante Brown, throw the whole person away if they ain't make you come.
Word.
It's right.
Well, not like, okay.
Go ahead, Sue, because I'm going to break it down.
Yeah, no, not instantaneously. Because, again, sometimes it has to be communicated what's working for the person and what's not.
Right.
Especially if you're going to be having sex with a person. Even, I don't care, even if it is a one-night stand, I just really think you should just tell the person, like, stop. Or, like, you know, you got to just figure it out so that they know
Stop worrying about hurting the feelings, person's feelings.
Get out your feelings.
Yeah, get out your feelings and make sure you explain to that person right up front that I listen, nigga. I.
Because honestly, really, if you want to know, the person could be putting you on to some shit that you don't know. And, like, it's going to make your game better.
Hell yeah. The shit that happened last night, right, Michelle?
Yo, I just want to let you know I got a text message about your episode last night, okay?
Why the fuck is she texting?
Damn, I'm like, what's going on here?
We got to talk about that shit.
No, well, listen, she just wanted me to let you know that you were a freak.
People understand, like, I got fucking issues. Like, some serious...
She wanted me to understand.
Fucking issues.
Clearly, she brought you in it. I mean, you might as well just start going over.
You know, I'm into the whole sex therapy thing and stuff. But
right, I get it.
She wants to make things good for him. And
She's looking for advice. I have issues, people. You understand, like, I got fucked up in the head.
You know what? It's okay.
I've been fucked with a man and a woman, my mind.
At the end of the day, she's still there.
Yeah.
She don't seem like she's going anywhere.
Nah, she's sexy as hell. She ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere.
Good. All right, so on to the next topic.
What we got?
This was one that I found on ebony.com. She waited until she got married and has been with her husband for now 2 years, and she's still not satisfied by her husband. Now, if you read the article, it does get into how they've done things like going to go see a therapist. They've tried to introduce role-playing, toys, you know, things of that nature. But after 2 years, she's still unsatisfied with her sex life with her husband. So she was basically looking for help. What do I do? And this is on my Facebook page, too. So if you guys want to look at that article, I suggest you do. It's a really good article.
She should have hit me up. I'd have said, good for you.
You know what?
I'm dead serious. Like, stop listening to Steve Harvey, who left his wife for his fucking mistress. All right? You taking advice from the wrong motherfuckers. Here's the thing. We're talking about marriage. Marriage is fucking forever.
Yeah.
All right? So, if you're dealing with someone that can't satisfy you, you're stuck with that person via forever. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Yeah. You need to know what you're working with.
That's the reason why, also, too, I don't recommend saving yourself for marriage or going into...
You saving yourself for the nigga and the other chicks that these persons going to be fucking after you while you with you. You was about to say something, Sue?
Yeah, I was. Like, I was going to say I would have never survived in the 30s or 40s or whatever that was when you had to just, like, literally wait until you got married to have sex because that shit doesn't work.
Got married at 12. You know what I'm saying?
But I also think it depends, though, on how important sex is to you as a person. So that's the other thing, right? So for me, like, when you have three things and you say to a person, okay, so when you're considering marrying a person, what's the most important thing to you? Is it money? Is it sex? Or is it, I don't know, something else? You know, like, you know, is it the financial situation or is it sex? Okay, so for me, sex is going to come first. Because if the sex is not right, this is just not going to work. Yeah. It's not going to work. And I need to know. Like I said, I'm like, hi, how you doing? Let me feel your dick. Because I'm not even going to invest my time.
That nigga be hung like a horse and don't know how to fuck.
Well, that's true, too.
There's only so many times
how is that possible, though?
Niggas, like, stroke is a mean thing. I tell you that right now. You got to have stroke. I'm saying, like I said, like, I have sisters and, like, these chicks are savages. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to learn how to hit certain spots.
Right.
Certain positions. It ain't about what you pack. It's about certain position hitting a spot.
Maybe
and, like,
I've just been having too much basic sex in my life.
I would say, like, because, like, my sister, like, you know, I ain't going to give her information out there. I love you, boo. Like, her baby father, she always said, that nigga can hit a spot from across the room. But at the end of the day, it was a nigga who was nowhere near that nigga length that made her orgasm like she ain't never orgasmed before.
Right. But again, I'm not talking length like I'm having a ruler and you have to be a certain measurement. I'm just scarred from that infantile penis. I'm trying to tell y'all. So I'm not here to play no more games. Cause that was like too much time invested and like I got kids and shit. So you know, like I gotta like maneuver around that.
Let me ask you this. If the penis is infantile, and in this article she does not talk about it being because of the size of his penis. She talks about them having difficulties because she feels like it's always rushed. Like it's no romance.
She's a romantic,
right?
And like me and her wouldn't got along because I fuck. I don't make love. Fuck that shit. So again, this is what I'm saying.
Anybody got time for that soft shit?
Yeah, like I'm throwing you.
You're gonna get wet if you're not passionate.
No, I'm passionate in a way where I'm gonna rip your shit off. I'm gonna suck. I'm gonna bite. I'm gonna nibble. I ain't talking about just sticking my dick in. No, my way of that love making is fucking. I'm aggressive as shit. I got issues.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo, you know what?
I'm not being gentle. Let me help you off with your socks.
Be a fly on the
I'm ripping shit off. Like we going clothing shopping tomorrow. Kind of fuck some clothes up. That's the type of situation.
This is what I need.
This is a situation I'm talking about. So, shout out to Project. She said it might be a religious thing for this individual who's, saying that she wanted to wait. From that standpoint, she also goes on to say, "Save yourself for marriage, or you go to hell."
Who said this?
Project. I'm saying from this standpoint, Prodigy of all people.
Prodigy,
no, she's saying from other individuals.
Oh, okay.
This
young lady never been married.
Well, we're talking about this individual and her statement.
Okay.
Again, get out of that book. I tell you this right now at the end. Get out of that book. That book was wrote in the 500s.
Right.
And before that, days and times are different.
Exactly.
All right. In order for you, it may work for Sierra and Russell Wilson, because I don't give a fuck what you're saying. That nigga just signed a $145 million contract. That nigga can have that infantile shit. Sierra, like, that's the biggest shit I've ever seen in my life. All right?
That's true.
Did you hear this? Did you?
Yeah. But from this standpoint here, you have someone who engaged into a forever relationship with someone who didn't believe in the same shit she believed in. Right. This nigga could be packing. But because he might be aggressive like a dude like me, she may want someone to be gentle with her, to be soft and speak to her and talk, how was your day? Fuck that. All Why you still got your clothes on?
Listen, here's my thing. I was involved with a guy one time, and I used to enjoy our sex, but I used to hate the way it started. It was never about a foreplay thing. It was always about just bend over and let me ram it in type thing. Now, at the end of the day, if there is no foreplay for me, and there's no passion, there's no touching, there's no.
You hear this, John? Look at.
I'm very I don't get wet, so therefore. You hear this, John?
But like,
I don't get wet, so therefore, it doesn't make for a good sex session.
But like, realistically speaking, for instance, you don't always have time for all of that. Like, depending on the situation. Like, if it's the morning time and we know, like, morning sex is savage sex, period.
Yeah,
like, we're not doing all that. Like, especially when you have kids and, when you on, like, time schedules. Or if, like, let's just say,
make it good, nigga.
Word, or, like, let's just say you in a restaurant or in a party and then y'all go into the bathroom. You got time for all of that. Like, you in a fucking bathroom stall.
I mean, that situation
that's
would go
a turn on for me.
Well, I mean, no, that's what I'm saying. That's the individual, the mood, and the situation. Like we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. Like for those people who have been in long-term relationships, how about y'all go to the club and try to pick each other up?
Right.
You know what I mean? Or act like I don't know each other and watch other people try to pick the person up. Or whatever the situation may be. But you have to do these things. And obviously, this is a young lady who is a total opposite when it comes to physicality than the person she married. And that was the issue because they didn't have that. We talked about it all the time, communication.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is no, all right, let me see what she packed with. All right, she got an ass, she got titties, but she don't know how to move that ass and that titties. She got dick-sucking lips, but she don't know how to fucking suck dick. It's called sucking dick, not passing your mouth over it. You know what I mean?
Y'all had to learn that concept the hard way.
No, it's serious, and that's what I'm saying. So just because a person physically looks like they can handle their business doesn't mean they can actually do it.
Right.
So for this person not testing the waters, because I tell people all the time, you have to have sex with a person 3 times, if we're talking about relationship-wise, to fully tell that this person can or can't satisfy you.
Right.
Because again, especially if you just met, y'all been dating,
so
the nigga could have been nervous.
You should have gave dude with the little.
Well, no, he couldn't touch waters.
What about a
if you couldn't hit, if you can't feel no penetration, whatever. But like for those niggas who bust quick, like this young lady that I had a long-term relationship with. The first time we had sex was the worst shit I've ever had in my fucking life. I was nervous. She was nervous. It was like Sahara Desert. Like, my shit was ripped. It was scarred. You know what I mean? It was just bad.
Ripped and scarred.
Like, I'm aggressive, so, like, you keep rubbing across dry shit. But it's just more lines of, like, the second and third time we had, it was Sahara Desert. We talked more. We discussed. We had a conversation. And that was like, okay, now no one's feeling pressured. No one's feeling any type of way. And then from that point on, it was one of the greatest I've ever had in my life.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. And I can contest to that. That is true.
So give it some time, you know, to, I guess.
Yeah, role play does help, D Holla. It does. But I say, like, this is why I tell people all the time, when you're talking about long-term relationship, there's only so many back shots. There's only so many dick licks in the fucking world. You got to switch shit up.
Word.
You come home, you know, from a woman's standpoint, you in his jersey, you in his shirt with just a
like
tie.
That.
You dressed up as somebody different, a character he likes in a video game. You'll be amazed at how different things can go. Fellas,
like that.
Flowers, candy, dinner. You'll be amazed at how a nigga cooking a dinner would turn the fucking woman on.
Yeah.
How do you see
you'd
these
be
ladies
amazed at walking in the house
amazed.
and seeing a nigga sweeping up the floor.
Yeah, you'd be amazed at the different little things that would turn a woman
my
on.
motherfucker, you cleaning?
Exactly.
Get naked.
Ain't nothing like getting head while you wash the dishes. Let me take a sip on that one. Go ahead.
Ain't nothing like giving head while he's frying breakfast or making eggs and shit.
It depends what he cooking. Like, you looking for fires and shit like that.
Or smoking a blunt again.
Yeah.
Wasn't we just talking about how I was able to roll an entire blunt while getting fucked from behind?
Yeah.
Goals.
Goals.
So I say this, young lady, I say, listen, women, I'm not saying, or men, I'm not telling you not to wait until marriage. But what I'm saying is, look at situations like this. I'm not saying you actually have to have intercourse, but you have to talk about the intercourse. I need you to know that from this lady's standpoint, I need you to take my time. Take your time.
Right.
I don't need you to just go ahead and undress me and rape me and physically abuse me. No. I need you to take your time. I need you to undress me. I need you to take your time, be patient. And if you dealing with a savage like me,
you know
we ain't gonna have no kind of fun because
my
Michelle. Dick is gonna go soft and be like, "Alright, why the fuck am I still here?"
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, shit, she know I'm a savage. She has marks every night. Alright.
Listen, that was the first fucking message I got this morning on my damn phone. She's gonna be my guest next week, so we'll talk a little bit more. And she chose the topic for next week, which is bondage sex and
we're gonna have that film clip. I'm gonna surprise you.
Make sure you do.
I'm gonna have it. Definitely have it.
For next week's show, we talk about getting crazy.
So again, ladies or fellas out there, do it. If that's what you believe in, if that's the book you read and it's your religion, but there are certain conversations that do need to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
For you to, because again, marriage is supposed to be forever.
Right. And there's nothing like waiting for a disappointment.
Word.
That's
Yeah,
just the way it is.
Yeah,
like, you can't get them years back. Time.
I seen this chick.
Can't get that back, B.
Yeah, you see a chick with a fat ass and she don't know how to move.
Man.
Like, bitch, you supposed to turn around. Like, you supposed to Houdini this shit. Make it disappear. That's the greatest sight in the world for me.
Houdini.
Disappear.
Can you twerk?
Reappear.
Oh, I can't.
I can
I mean,
twerk.
it's like a...
Here's the thing. I seen Jamaica, one of the worst pieces of pussy I ever had in my life. No disrespect to the culture, was this Jamaican young lady. She did all the dances in the world, but when the dick was in her, all that movement without the fucking window.
You know what?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, these guys. Like, the twerking is cool and shit, but it's girls with good pussy that can't twerk.
At all.
I'm telling you. Like, that shit is like, it's great to watch. Like, you know, and I don't know how the fuck they do that.
Listen, I went on YouTube. I got
the
tired
tutorial.
Of seeing my daughters being able to do it.
Yeah.
So I went on YouTube and I learned how to do it myself.
I went on YouTube too.
I made a video. I went live on Facebook and it had a bunch of likes and hearts and stuff. So I was like, I guess I'm doing the right thing. I haven't had any complaints, but you know, I taught myself how to twerk from YouTube.
Is it twerk?
All right.
What's next?
What's next? We're gonna put up the meme that I put up about the baby's fathers that was in tribute for me having a comedian on the show this week. I honestly believe this to be true. A real man will stay with this chick even if she's pregnant by the side nigga. I feel like if he loves her and they're together and she messed up, got pregnant.
Well, here's the thing. Women do it all the time for
Exactly.
these niggas. These fucktards that be out here, you know, having babies with 3 other people at the same damn time. You got 3 kids and they all 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And women still stay with that. But I just find it funny that if a nigga does it, then it's supposed to be a problem or they're not a real man.
It's not his child.
It's like at the end of the day.
Oh my God, we're gonna talk about this.
It's not his child.
Okay. And
even though he got another chick pregnant,
It's not his.
It's still his child.
Listen.
But
it's not hers. But it's not hers.
Right. But to come home and because remember, like a nigga can go visit his child. That child is home. So you coming home to that other nigga child.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna feed that other nigga child. When you buy groceries for the other chicks or gifts, you gotta still buy gifts for that other nigga child.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't that what stepfathers do?
No. A stepfather is accepting, because when you're dating a woman that has kids, you're accepting that role. You have to play that father figure. You're not the father, you're not the dad. You're accepting that figure. You still have to raise those kids and respect those kids like they are your own.
Right.
That's different. That's a person who's accepting you already have kids, he wants to date you, he's dating your kids. You have a lot of dudes out here that are dating a girl, but they're not dating their kids.
Well, that's true, too.
So when you're...
And I'm in the
That's a little bit like when it comes down to the father of my kids. I have kids with him, and I have kids outside him. When it comes down to our kids that we have together, everything is okay. There's no limit. But let it be that my kids, not his kids, are hungry, and he'll throw in my face, those are your kids, they're not mine. You know, you take care of them.
I will say this. My son's mother, because, you know, his sister is older than him, and I've been a part of her life since she was 6 months, and she's about 15, 16 now. Back in the days, yes, I would feed her all day long. Now, I could give 2 shits. And that's because of his mother has caused friction between that situation. It was still times after me and her broke up, I still bought clothes. I paid for trips, sneakers, and all that other stuff. But she's made it to the point to where now I could give 2 shits.
Right.
You can call me right now, he's hungry. I'll come get him and feed him in a heartbeat. What about us? I guess y'all gonna be hungry as shit. Because I could give 2 shits. But that's because what was made because of that. But in that situation, you can't be mad at him. Because at the end of the day, it's not his kids. You and him.
But if you're in the same household and he's acceptance of
that situation, I'm sorry, I mean no disrespect. That's your fault because you allowed someone in your house that wasn't going to play that daddy role.
How am I supposed to know he wasn't going
The
to play
first time the nigga
role?
said it should have been done.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Because
first
it's
time
like,
he said it should have
B.
been done.
Yeah.
So in this situation, this is going to become a violent situation right here. Unless, like I said, the only part that this situation will work is where they broke up and then they got back together and each party was dealing with other people. That's the only time that situation will work because you were broken up and you have to accept that situation.
Yeah.
So the person there is going to go through the 9 months. He still wants the other father to be involved, those different situations. Then we're in a relationship and you fucked another nigga and got pregnant. Because at the end of the day, if every nigga had a paternity test, there'd be a lot of non-child support cases out here right now.
That's true, too.
Because they always say the mothers are definite, the nigga is a maybe. The daddies are maybes. We already
Mama's
know
baby,
that. We already
daddy's
know.
maybe.
Yeah, we already know that's the mother. But as far as the father, there are a lot of. It was a dude out here. I remember. Child looked just like him. Got to where like the dude needed surgery or something, and they had to do the paternity to test. Come to find out, the child wasn't his. Looked just like his ass. The child wasn't his.
I would have gotten another test done.
Well, I mean, one of my friends, her husband had a baby, and he found out, seriously, when she was like 18, 19, that she wasn't his child. But at that point, she's still his child. You know what I mean?
Not.
Well, no, seriously, because
no,
it's like
she's probably still like, you're my daughter figure. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I'm telling you from a man's standpoint, he's telling you that's still my daughter, but in the back of his mind, that's not his daughter. No matter 18 months, it could have been 40 years.
No, it was 18 years, and he was still her father. He's still her father to this day. So
that's
I guess it just depends on the actual person. But you done had this child and taking care of this child for 18 years.
It's not your kid.
Right, but what I'm saying is, why? Right, but then that nigga should get every penny he spit back. I mean, look at Neil.
Is he complaining?
Look at Neil's situation. This is a man who had who got a chick pregnant. Come to find out after the baby was born that the child wasn't his, but because he signed the birth certificate, he was still obligated to take care of that child.
Yeah.
How the fuck is that shit right?
Yeah, that's just not right.
Listen, that's the reason why.
To where the fact he gave her one lump sum and she disappeared, he still to this day hasn't seen the child again.
Before any birth certificates or any legal binding contracts are signed, they always give you time. These niggas don't gotta sign these birth certificates if there's a doubt in their mind.
I can't give you that one, goddess, because I'm telling you, like, if you're with a woman, and I don't give a fuck male or female, when a motherfucker want to be slick, they're gonna be slick. If a motherfucker don't want to be caught, niggas get caught because niggas want to get caught. If you don't want to get caught, you know the person you with, you know the schedule they're on, you know to do shit different. Like back in the days when I was in my cheating stage, I had phones that never came home. They stayed at the job. I wasn't getting caught for shit, ever.
Yeah, but I'm trying to tell you, sometimes the universe just makes that shit happen, like without even seeking it. Like it gets revealed. So all that sneaky.
Because the chicks that were the side chicks knew everything. I had a chick that pretended to have me date her husband's aunt, so me and her could continue to fuck. Yeah, that's how deep shit go.
You had a good life, man.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, even with all that, sometimes
my side chicks knew to play whatever role that they were meant to play.
Wow. Oh, now he a pimp. He went from
no, it wasn't a pimp. Just like I tell you, like
pimp.
Back in my days, I used because I'm a great conversationalist, and conversation to get you anything before anything in money or whatever. Conversation. If a person can talk to you, they can do anything with you. Mm-hmm. And I used that to my advantage back in the days. So I was able to do a lot of things that a lot of people weren't able to do or whatever. Because I was always raised, around women. I knew the words to say, the words not to say, and it got me to get whatever I wanted. Well, sheesh. So in this situation,
like a pimp to me.
I don't know what you're talking about. So for y'all fellas who are able to do this, hey, more power to you. I'm not mad at you. You know what I mean? Whatever situation be, you still want to be a part of that woman's life. You still want to be a part of this child's life. Knock yourself out, man. Do it. I'm not telling you not to do it. But this is it's going to be bad.
It's going to be bad.
Because the first argument, and mind you, the child is innocent.
That ain't my motherfucking kid.
So, yeah, what if the child's 7, 8, 9, let's say 13, 14? Would they ever comprehend right from wrong? And this child was raised believing that that person is that person's biological parent.
It's bad.
And the first word out that person's mouth is, well, they ain't my fucking child anyway.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Anger brings out a lot of things.
It sure do.
But I would say if you have an argument with someone that claims they care about you and they hit below the belt, that relationship is over.
Word. Shout out to my ex-husband.
Shout out to my baby father. I hope you're watching.
That relationship is over. Because if I tell you, love don't hurt.
It doesn't.
That shit don't come with no pain, nothing. If we get into an argument, I'm going to talk about you, but I ain't going to talk about shit that I know that hurts your feelings or whatever, because I don't want to hurt you because I love you and I care about you. If I'm hitting below the belt, that means I don't give two shits about you.
But you know what? Listen, and I understand exactly where you're coming from with that. However, why is it that a man hit below the belt, he wants the woman to forgive him, then we'll throw in her face, well, you did this to me. You know, look at the shit you've been saying For years and years and doing.
That's just the dynamic between men and women. So women are always mindful of the man's feelings, right? So seriously though, it takes a lot. No. I mean, I know. I'm just saying overall though, like women are hesitant to just hit below the belt. Like men hit below the belt way quicker than women do.
Word.
And that's just real. That's
men are bigger
real.
bitches than women.
Yo, my baby father say shit to me that literally make me want to drive my car into a medium and kill myself.
No,
seriously.
He made me want to get in my car and run his ass over. I like Lorena Bobbitt his ass. Like, nigga, run over back and forth, because I'm tired of your fucking slick ass
mouth. And he got the nerve to ask me, well, why can't, like, whoa, why aren't we together? And why isn't this working? Motherfucker, you told me you hope I die.
Well, yeah.
Like,
what? You know, in November last year, April last year, I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. One of my biggest supporters at that time was supposed to have been the father of my kids. Like, we were still trying to work out a relationship. But let him get mad at me. Bitch, that's why you got cancer. Bitch, I hope you die. Bitch, your throat. Like, come on.
Yeah.
But then want to come and ask me for pussy and look at me sideways because I don't want to give it to him. Like, you was making fun of me for having cancer.
That's right. And I tell people all the time, man, oh, he hurt me because he loved me. She hurt me. No, love don't hurt people.
It doesn't. And what I can't stand the most is when people take things that you've honestly told them.
Oh, yes.
Throw it in your face.
Exactly. And not even in secrecy, just like letting you know how you really feel. And then they try to flip that shit against you, like flip that shit on you. Like, that's just sucker shit. Like,
whole other topic, man.
Word.
But it's a great
that's another topic for another day.
I understand exactly what you mean.
Word. Like, my ex-husband does that shit all the time.
My baby father too. The same shit. And I be looking at him. Are you serious? Like,
that's why after so long.
That's why you got raped when you was.
Yeah, like what?
Who say shit like? That's what I'm saying. A person that doesn't care about you is a person that says things like that, and it kills me how people fuck what a person tell you. I tell people all the time, a person can tell they love you up and down the street. Words mean absolutely nothing to me.
We're about that
what
action.
You show me.
I'm about that action.
I tell people, you showing me you love, you care for me, I believe you.
Right.
Those words mean absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
All right, guys, you got one more. My favorite.
Yes. Our final topic of the night is also a review of what we discussed 2 weeks ago.
And me tooting up quick. Go ahead,
And it's also on my Facebook page, so you can go on and read the article if you want to. But it's in regards to men and getting their asshole licked. Woo! I dedicated an entire episode of Grown Talk Goddess on this. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this, fellas. Straight men are loving having their buttholes licked. Woo! Listen, y'all need to stop playing the games. I told my son just today, after I found out about the whole Mac Miller thing and how he passed away and how he, rest in peace to him, how he became very emotional towards the end of his relationship. To me, a lot of men today are now like the new women. So we treat them like the new women.
Y'all some bitches.
And if they want their asshole licked, lick their ass. They love it. Listen, you want them making you breakfast? You want them fetching your fucking paper outside? You want them jogging to go get you a pack of cigarettes from the store? Lick their ass. They will do it. they like it.
Fuck that. Take it to the next level. Give me a rusty trombone.
Yeah. That was also one of my topics 2 weeks ago.
Rocking in the chair right now, Lord have mercy.
Listen, he said you got to spread the ass far apart when you
here's the thing. Fellas, if you're into this, don't let her lick your ass while you're on your back. Bend over like this man right here. If you want to get that full effect of her in your ass, and make sure you kiss her afterwards. You want her to do this. You want her to do this.
He ain't shit.
You see this motherfucker face?
Yes! Oh. Can we get another, like a little bit of a zoom in?
A zoom in.
On his face.
I'm gonna bring the big one back up. My man right here.
He is in heaven.
This nigga came home to work on time. He ain't hanging out with the boys. He like fuck sports.
Yes. You want your man.
Fuck that game.
Yes. Listen, he looks so comfortable and happy right now.
This nigga got. This is how you can tell a nigga comfortable. His fingers are crossed.
His hands.
Like he's praying.
Word.
This nigga like, Jesus, thank you You sent that chick in my motherfucking life.
Absolutely.
Again, fellas, I always, and we had a conversation before the show started, and I'm big on definitions and stuff like that. The definition of gay, homosexuality, is same sex on same sex. If you're allowing your woman to do this to you, how in the world is that considered gay?
It's not.
You have a lot of homophobic niggas out here that are gay to motherfucking selves. They just fighting the feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that they don't want you to know a lot of these niggas out here getting their ass licked.
Yes.
Please believe.
Listen,
and loving it.
Open up because
Preach.
you're not going to
and then it's just like, if they get around other people, then they don't want to admit to that or own that because it's looked upon as gay. It's like, how is it gay, nigga? It's your wife. It's your girl.
Truth get his ass licked, people. Truth get his ass licked. Lord have mercy.
That is just like when ass eating became popular.
Well, when Janae was a Jinko,
Yeah, you gotta eat the
booty like groceries.
I mean, listen,
Janae
Aiko eating way before that song came out.
Right.
However,
but people ain't eating ass right though.
Men weren't claiming to do that shit either. Ew, you eating ass, you ain't smoking off my blunt. Ew, you eat.
Here's the thing: if you eating ass without fruit or accessories, you're not eating ass right.
Need fruit.
I always told like this dude, shout out to this dude who go to my school.
Syrup.
This nigga literally walked into school, wanted to buy me lunch and shook my hand. I told him, if you want to take your girl to the next level, put her on the bed. You gotta get the pillow because you gotta arch her properly. You need that ass tooted up. You need the legs spread a certain amount. Put some ice cream right there on the crack so it's gonna melt down. She had the greatest night in the fucking world. He said his girl to this day still quivering.
Really?
Well, you could use ice cream or you could just use
different things.
Crushed ice. It's called a snow blizzard, my nigga.
I call it thunderstorm, but I like that one.
Snow blizzard.
I'm
from the Shy. It's snow. It's snow. It's snow where I'm from.
That's what I said. Like, you gotta do, you know what I mean? You gotta really get some ice cream, get some fudge or whatever it is, but the ass has to be tooted, fellas. I don't give a fuck how big her ass is. If she laying flat down, that ass is closed. Mm-hmm. All right? That's why I said she got to be tooted. Open that shit up. Get your faces in there, fellas.
Whole face.
Get your whole face.
Whole face.
And you know it's good when she rubbing that clit. Why you eating that ass, nigga? You didn't hit that spot.
I don't be horny at all until I do my show.
Y'all thinking like, who am I gonna call tonight?
John Wall.
John Wall. John, where are you? I don't even know where he is. Listen.
Javier.
I swear I don't be horny until after my show, every single fucking show.
All right, Jay Hollis said, D Hollis, said whipped cream. I feel you, homie. I don't fuck with whipped cream because I'm lactose. So I gotta fuck with shit that I fuck with.
I hope you ain't eating no ice cream.
Well, no, I can hold that. Whipped cream is just like
frozen
pure.
yogurt.
Really?
Oh, that's still
frozen yogurt. No, I mean, because I always say to me, Breyer's vanilla bean ice cream. It's the best. Niggas try to fuck around with Rocky Road and Butter Pecan. She digging shit out her crotch and shit. You went a little too fucking far. You can't do shit like that. It's gotta be like, you know, even fruit. It's gotta
get some Italian ice. Italian ice is good too.
It gotta be juice because you ain't got no peaches crawling inside her and shit like that. So then you gotta suck it out. Ain't nothing wrong with that, fellas, but you gotta make sure you get it out.
Did you see that post on Facebook? It was a joke. I was gonna talk about it, about the boy who sucked the lady's uterus out.
Somebody, I think Michelle was talking about that shit. Man, get that nigga credit. That nigga went to town on her shit.
Yo, listen,
I didn't see that post.
You need an abortion? Call that nigga.
That nigga sucked shit was serious.
He's sucking out the whole goddamn uterus.
You need a hysterectomy?
Yes.
Call that.
I've never heard of anything like that before in my life.
Me either.
Fellas, or if
her shit must have been loose.
Word. If
that wasn't loose. It's just like.
Make sure you message me.
A lot of dudes don't know how to eat pussy. Some dudes think it's all about the clit. Some think it's about fingering and this and that. Eating ain't just eating pussy. It's about the position you eat pussy in. Mm-hmm. Like I tell you, once a chick start rubbing them nipples, nigga, you know whatever you doing, continue.
Yeah.
I'm saying? Once she start rubbing them titties and them nipples, nigga, you doing something right. Doing something right.
Lord Jesus.
Yeah, when you're dying because them legs got you with a headlock.
Yeah. But that's why I say you gotta eat it when she on fours. That way you ain't worried about the suffocation that be happening.
I gotta try that. I was never really big on getting my shit eaten on all fours.
I mean, this is why I say from a dude perspective, it's gotta be a dude who has wanted to eat ass too, because the ass there, you gotta lick that shit too.
Yeah.
It's all right there.
It's all right there.
It's only like a fourth of an inch of a gap.
And she gotta be willing to play with it at the same time. Because especially depending on how you eat it, fellas, you still get to see them nipples. You get to see everything. Like, you gotta angle yourself while you eat it too.
Listen, put me on.
And leave the lights on so you can see it.
I got big old titties. They hang. You definitely gonna be able to see my shits. No matter what angle you in. They be hanging. They be on the bed.
Her nipples on his head and shit. On his back. On this nigga's back. Lower back at that.
Yes. Y'all look too much.
I say, fellas, it's again, like I said, it's not a homosexuality thing. Again, it's called same sex is homosexuality. It's your woman doing it. Again, if your woman you've been together for a long time, you gotta try something different. And I say the ultimate is a rusty trombone.
Tell us how you really feel.
Listen, I say you want to spice some things up, pull out some toys, and use them on each other.
It depends.
Sometimes you gotta be like prepared for that.
Ain't no motherfucker penetrating me.
Yo, listen. I didn't have it in my mind that was gonna be what happened.
No, but I'm saying, like, I think fellas need to get past your fearships, and use some toys on your shorties. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Or she especially if she's into anal, give it a nice little butt plug while you hitting it from the back.
Listen.
Butt plug.
I'm gonna have my Hitachi hand wand on the show next week. I also recommend if you don't have one of these, you go get one. That shit is off the hook.
Yeah, I want to see this.
Plug it into the wall. It ain't no shit that take batteries.
Oh, that shit don't even sound right. That you got.
You gonna get electrocuted?
Yeah, no, it's good though.
Wait a minute,
It's that.
So you gotta be near an outlet.
That shit is like she got that 240.
She got an extension cord.
Yeah, 240 volt shit.
She got an outside extension cord with a surge protector.
Work for me no more.
With a surge protector, you need a surge protector. This shit, she got high voltage.
Listen,
it sounds like some shit you gonna have a shock with.
If I gotta buy some shit you gotta pull like a lawnmower, use that. I'd use that. But this shit right here is powerful. Like, past the batteries. That's the type of shit I need.
She want that shit to shock your heart, like when you in an ambulance and a heart attack. When you flatlining.
I say it take a real dude, because like you should have a lot of dudes that get kind of like their feelings hurt. Because I don't give a fuck what you pack in. There's a toy that's bigger.
Yeah, of course.
And you have a lot of dudes that are feeling inferior, like, hold on, bitch, you wasn't doing those noises when I was in you. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes like, nah, I don't know about the whole toy shit. And fuck that, nigga. If you get that super duper nut, nigga, knock yourself out.
Word.
Especially those dudes who are heavy into like sports, whatever. Word. Sunday tomorrow, nigga, hit it with that big, nigga, plug that shit in, get it ready for her. So when your game start, you ain't got his shit.
Here you go.
There you go.
Hitachi hair want to make a little bit of noise, though.
Like, bitch, you know the game come on at 12. You know what I mean? I need to hear all the experts and shit. You know what I mean? I got my fantasy team right.
You a mess. But all right, y'all. That is today's show. Yo, we went well over an hour. I'm very proud of us.
See, that's me, the
yes,
sauce.
So thank you
sauce.
so much.
No, thank you.
Don't forget, let everybody know how to find you again.
Yes. So again, IG Suella, SUELLA_DeVille, DAVILLE. I have a couple of links in my bio. I'm also on Snapchat, Suella DeVille. For bookings, it's in the link in my IG. So hit me up. Bitch got kids. They went back to school. Bitch broke. No. Trying to come up. And Javier, hit me up, Javier.
Listen, I'm gonna message Javier personally.
No, I'm joking. My clothing line, know it's coming soon. Next show, please believe. I'm gonna add a link for y'all to buy these T-shirts, ladies. Okay. C1, C2. I'm gonna get all that shit. Yeah. Okay. Make sure y'all share that article because I'm definitely gonna repost that. Yes, we gotta spread this knowledge. We gotta get this knowledge in these streets.
That's what I like about Girl Talk with Goddess, because you learn things that you didn't know.
Right.
And I ain't no prude. We can talk about anything. I wish we had some more questions that would come in, but soon.
Oh, we got a question.
Oh, what's
this
the
shit
question?
got me. All right, from D Holla. All right.
Okay.
Have they ever let man spit, word for word, but I understand what he's saying. Have you ever let a man spit in your mouth, getting choked, and while he's doing push-ups in your ass?
No. And spit in my mouth?
Okay.
No, spit on my pussy. Don't spit in my mouth. What the fuck? Like, no.
I've never had anybody spit in my mouth.
Right.
Because
that's
I have
a no.
issues. I have experienced different levels of freakiness. I've even drank blood. There are some people out there that literally love to get choked.
I get
wrestled
that.
down,
Yeah.
punched. I'm talking about some really physicality.
Not punched.
Spit in the face.
I'm the type
I'm
of
not
person,
raising my hand. I'm scratching my head. like, let's be clear. I'm too cute for punching and
To
biting
me,
and shit. Don't
ain't
be
no
doing
greater
that.
sight than having the chicks suck your dick, spit on it, and suck it back the fuck up.
Yo, listen.
Suck it back up. No.
So I'm
Suck it
talking
in,
about like,
spit
cause
on
like,
it.
if you, there are some people who release fluids, and you know it's a lot of wet, it's juicy. I leak a lot. I don't mean to put shit out there, but I leak a lot. So I release a lot of pre-semen fluids. So if a chick's giving me head, it's always going to be wet. It's going to be, you spit on it and you sop it back up. I want to kiss you in the fucking mouth. That's some sexy ass shit right there.
The way my gag reflex is set up, I'm sitting here thinking about it now. I have never, ever. My baby father used to get nasty with it.
Yeah.
That shit made me want to dry it up more. Something about my own spit just make me want to throw up.
I feel you.
I can't do it.
Well, I mean, it's not really your spit, it's his semen. Because every guy pre-ejaculates during sex. It's just like my shit is like really heavy. So like I want to see you spit on it. I want to kiss you in the mouth afterwards. Like when I say I got issues, I got fucking issues.
Listen, I was watching this porno the other day with this girl with these two ponytails. She took a whole dick in her mouth, and then he took the ponytails and was banging it down, and he came in her mouth, and she threw up on his shit. I can't call no nigga after I throw up on his dick, man.
Well, ain't no chick slapping that, but that's throw up. That's something totally different. But the other shit, so I feel them. They got something.
I threw up once.
Yeah, she was quiet all that time. I was up at her.
Yo, she be thinking.
I'm
You gotta
like,
watch Sue.
yeah.
I see. I was waiting to see if you was gonna say something. I knew something was coming.
I threw up once, but it was because we just ate. Like, it was just, you can't eat a full meal and be like super full and like suck some dick. Cause like,
Yeah,
It's like that nigga want to be all in my stomach, literally.
right, like
you know what I'm
literally, like
the way my gag
threw up.
reflex is set up, I just
saying? Wait, what you
The
gotta
gag
do is
is
you gotta
okay.
inhale. If you ever think you're gonna gag, inhale. That'll bring that shit straight down. You better take whatever that nigga got. Inhale.
Yeah, let me take these notes.
The gag though is good. The regular gag, not the throw up gag, but the gag is good because it just gives you more saliva.
Yeah, it gives you more saliva.
It
It gives
gets-
you more space.
yeah.
Plus it boosts that nigga
Exactly.
confidence. She choking on this shit.
Yeah,
right here.
exactly.
But who was that? D. That
D Holla.
D Holla. If you ever want to try that in your local,
There you go, D.
I'd like to.
Because it was like a combo thing. It was like 4 things. I was trying, like, he said spit in her
spit
mouth,
at-
choke while.
Why are you doing push-ups
push
in that ass?
in the ass. I gotta think about what a push-up looks like.
What is a ass push up? What is a push up in there?
Well, it's just more like...
Because how can you do
most
push ups
dudes-
and choke me at the
I don't
same
think you're
time?
talking about like literally in the asshole, but it's just like depending on like, especially like say if a guy got your legs on his shoulders
Okay.
and his arms extended, he's in the push-up position.
Right.
So that's the way where a guy can like spit in her chick mouth
Oh, okay.
while he in the push-up position, waxing that ass. I
Yeah.
always say if you're gonna do that D, make sure that her armpits, her leg, her feet are in the armpits. You lock them shits, nigga. She can't go nowhere.
Lord.
She gonna take every centimeter of that dick, nigga.
The dick finna come up
you,
through her
homie.
throat.
I got you. I always say, especially if you got a chick that like to run when you in the doggy style position, the couch cures that shit every time, nigga. You put her ass in that arm, When she
he
can't
said she
move,
like to run.
she ain't going nowhere, nigga. She ain't going
That's
nowhere.
so sad.
Yeah.
I was in that position once. It was not fun.
She ain't going nowhere.
I almost took the whole arm of the couch off.
There you go.
The couch is good.
But thank you for that question. I'm gonna probably be thinking about it all night.
DM.
Listen,
You gotta beat John to it, holla. You know what I'm saying? Beat John to it. I think John already hit her up. So you want to hit her up quick.
John hit me up before my show, and I gave him the information for the show. So I appreciate you tuning in, John. Very nice of you. Spread the word. Spread the word. Trying to get as many people as I can to watch me. Watch us.
Watch us.
We're all a family, so make sure you check out the other shows on the network.
I'm going to have a show coming soon.
Yes. We got a show coming soon. Look out for that. Chicks and Flicks. Make sure you take a look at that. Another show. Jeffrey Spears show, which comes on
She
later.
put it full government. Not Jeff Spears. Jeffrey Shears.
Oh, Shears. I called him Spears too. Sorry, Jeff. A little spit in the wrong spot. Jeff Shears.
There you go.
Show. Which comes on, I believe it was Thursday at like 10:30.
Comes on Thursdays late. That's how we
the
roll
night
on
show.
Thursdays.
That's
and
the
I
night
don't
show.
know. Some light-skinned chick might be bringing her show back. The one that caught it in the car last night. Her show might be coming back too.
Okay, that's what she said. She
Yeah.
said that she was about to have her show come back. She actually wants to have my brother on her show, which is like a walking miracle. So that would be nice if she did that.
Have a good. Like her very first show was epic. We're talking about what's the definition of love. Shout out to Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Her very first guest was Miss Ira Warren. You can look her up. That show had me shaking, literally. The shit that woman has been through in life, to where it affects her to this day, to where she scrubs herself down there with wool to try to clean.
Wow.
Like, she's been through some shit. You know what I mean? Her story's out there, so it ain't like I'm telling anybody's business.
Right.
You know what I mean? Having kids by your parents and shit like that. So, yeah.
My brother's
So, her show,
That's deep.
you should show us when that shit was being like, me and my brother was like,
wow.
what the, like, so shout out to Ira Warren. She's married now. She's happily as shit.
Very
she got
good.
a lot of great things going for her. She has her own show, her
Very
own
good.
network.
Very good.
But the shit this young lady's been through, whoa.
That's when you know God is good.
Absolutely.
God is good and God is
My
real.
brother is Kevin Jones, the one who had the accident. I don't know if you knew Kevin.
She was breaking it down to me.
Yeah, walking miracle. You know, we pretty much had to learn how to do everything over again. But
So that'd be a great show for her. But yeah, we're here, man. We're getting bigger. We're getting better. You know, we're going to be getting some on-location things. We got a lot of things in the works, people. Don't worry.
yes.
Word.
Oh, guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I appreciate it. Don't forget, Facebook, Kara Jones, Kera Jones. I have 3 different pages. You can't say you can't find me. Instagram, it's UR_goddess, GODDESS 35. Can't say you don't know who I am, you know, or how to get in contact with me. I speak to everybody. I try to, except for the stalkers. But next week we're talking about bondage sex and what is it? Sadomasochism?
S&M.
S&M. We're gonna talk about that a little bit.
And I'm going to have that video.
I'm definitely gonna make sure I bring a couple of my toys on the show for bondage, because I actually happen to love bondage. I like being tied up. That's the shit I like. The leather faces, the whips, the chains. That's me, all day. So we're gonna have an interesting show next week, and actually Michelle is gonna be my guest. So we look forward to that. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, True. Thank you, Sue.
Thank you for having me.
guys.
It was great.
Next week, Grown Talk with Goddess.
Nighty night.
This is that fire. I be that guy. My click won't stop. I'm a beast. Roll down. This is that fire. I be that guy. My click won't stop. I'm a beast. Roll down. Had this on lock since day one. All All I care about is family and my day ones. Money, power, and respect be embedded in me. I don't care what you say, no one is better than me. Melanin be in my skin, so the pigs watch. Middle finger to the ops and keep the semi-cocked. I'm the product of Wu-Pun, Big Pac. We don't gotta be cool, go kick rocks. Only ease the mind when I meditate. Pessimist at first, now I flirt with faith. I just know I'm special like a 38. Either I'll end up at